Meru Senator Mithika Linturi is having a bad day today because of a video that has emerged online in relation to a case that he was facing. So sometime back last year, Mithika Linturi was accused to have got into another woman's house, not even a house. They booked a space in a Mayan villa in Nanyuki, and in that house, he booked a room, not even a house. He booked a room, and according to what we understand, that he booked a room, and of course he was drunk. But somewhere in the middle of the night, I don't know what happened, and he was found in another woman's room. And allegedly, the woman, I think, accused him that he wanted to rape that woman. So again, the husband to the woman was not there. So this case has been dragging in court. And I think earlier today, the Star published a story, and they were saying that the judges that were actually in charge of that case, or the prosecutors in that case, the lawyers in that case, were trying to find the nude photos and the videos that were taken there had gone missing. And of course, Mithika Linturi was asking the court to adjourn that case, to terminate that case, because there was no sufficient evidence. The photos and the videos were the ones to be used as evidence in that case. So that story was published today. So what I want to believe is perhaps the case was going on today or maybe yesterday. Then this evening, today the 30th of March, around 4:30, a 39-second video emerged. And it was shared all over in the Facebook, in the Twitter, and all along, where he was actually captured in that house. So we are not yet sure whether this is the video that emerged. I don't know whether I should even allow you to watch that video. But again, because it has been all over, let me just give you, it's 39, but I'll give you a snippet of around 15 seconds of that video.
What? Okay, look at it again. No, does the room have a woman?
Yes, it does.
So, wewe mwanamke wako anafikiri uko wapi?
Mimi hata sijui hata ni mlevi.
Now, of course, if you listen to that, if you watch that video, there is this part. We are not yet sure. We are not being told whether he was with the wife. Not even the wife, but whether he was with a woman. I think I need to get it right. Whether he was with a woman. He mentioned that he was with a woman, but he doesn't know where the woman is. But then in this video, it's also not showing the husband or even the lady that was in question, whether she was also here. But I want to believe that maybe she was in this room. But if you look at the person who was taking the photo and the video, I think it's someone who was standing right, I think somewhere adjacent to the door, maybe directly around the door. So the shot was taking him seated there. But then if you look at it, he was putting on that garment, the sleeping garment. So that tells you that even though he is saying, and although I don't want to say him, because again, he has the right to deny and say this is not him. But that video is showing him, allegedly, Mithika Linturi, putting on the garment. So could it be a possibility that he was drunk? That's why he came back here, or he came and changed here. That's all that narrative. So if you look at that video, what strikes to me is this. And this is what should worry him. Yes, the case was going on, and this thing happened last year. If this video was not being just released for a specific purpose, even not exclusively for this case, it will get worried, because it would have been released some time back, but strategically it was released today after they went missing. So probably, because according to the report is that they were deleted, and of course the Mayan Resort were trying to do some data mining and comb through to see if they can retrieve the nude photos and the video, the nudes and the video. So that is something that has been there. Now, Mithika Linturi is not new to these controversies. You remember some time back there was the Madoa slide in Eldoret, and it really pounded on him. He went down kidogo, then he's back. Then recently over the weekend, he was actually put on the spot for that Mama Ida Odinga Heckling. He was actually put on that, asked whether he was being accused of having organized that. I may not be shocked maybe to find out that yes, things are falling apart on his case, because again, there's some loose ends that I think he forgot about. In this video, I went just to point out on some few things that politicians should always consider. This is a lesson to politicians. Although this is not the first time. Remember the Mkise Kitui video and Mbuki, I think the deputy governor, Waiguru's deputy, when during the devolution conference in Kakamega. And this is taking a lot of interest, and it's actually attracting the reaction because Mithika Linturi is a governor candidate in Meru. And again, the case, what is here is an alleged rape case. That is a gender aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this. Kindly subscribe to our channel and also like our videos. We want to point out some of the few insights or some of the few lessons that politicians can grasp from this. One, take charge. Politicians should always take charge of their public image, even when in private. I was discussing with someone, and someone was reminding me about Babu Owino. You remember the way how that case drained Babu Owino, even financially, even emotionally. What politicians should always do, should always remember is, whatever you do, anywhere, wherever you are, even if today you decide to go and just have your time somewhere, you should always remember that even in that private space, you have a public image to protect. Your tool of trade in the political career is your image. It's in politicians that, okay, they find a way to do it. And remember, this will be a celebrity, it will be. Remember, there was an artist also from Nigeria who such was released. You must always take care of your image in private. Number two, have gatekeepers when spending your leisure time. Especially, I want to say, I'm saying this because of something, that if you look at that video, Mithika Linturi is saying he was with another woman and he doesn't know where that woman is. That's not the gatekeeper. If you know that, and it's not bad to be drinking, personally I am not, it's not bad to consume what you consume, but you should always have people around you you trust, people who will actually take control and tell you at this moment it's time to go and rest. Even friends, you are politicians, you have friends who are politicians, and you have friends who are not politicians, but they're just your boys' club. You must always have the friends who, even when you spend that leisure time, don't just be free, don't just be reckless with life. Because what happened here is there was no one who could tell that, look here, you are not doing this. The reason why you should always have gatekeepers is this. When I was looking at this video, I was asking if he left his room and got into this room accidentally, where was the security? And let me just use an analogy here. If there is something difficult to prove, like, let's use, for example, robbery case. If you work in a company and the boss comes and finds you stealing something in the store, And in that, so there is supposed to be a security man at the gate. Then even if you drop that case, even if you drop that thing, it is very difficult for your boss to put you at the scene of crime. Only and only if the security man, because the judge will ask, where was the security man? So, unless all of you, that's why you see the security will be a witness or accomplice to the charges. So, because he's a politician and people, maybe the soldiers saw him crossing, if that is him, they fear him, they can't. Don't always forget your battles. Even in a war, in politics, like for now, between now to August 9th, you have small battles here and there. Don't forget about those battles, even as you eye victory, or even as you wait for the war. The war is on August. But in between now and August, there are small battles. So don't always forget about those battles. I think this is one of the battles that Mithika Linturi has in his journey to become the Meru governor. But if you forget about these battles, they always fight back. There are commodities that your opponents can always use to throw you under the bus. For example, now, this video is trending all over. What do you think a voter in Meru who is in social media when he sees this, it's a wrong time. So, by all means, I don't want to say that maybe he knew this is a battle, but you must always find safe spaces when you have the battle. When in journalism, you'll always be told when you get to a place and you know that hapa kunaweza kuwa na fracas, before you even toa camera and start, you must always find safe spaces when things go south. Where can I get to? So he should have known that, of course, these are things that can always happen, and find way of finding safe spaces. Number 4, you have enemies. As a politician, you have enemies. So what do you say? You keep your friends closer. But you keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer. So if he has enemies, he should keep those enemies closer. Because what is happening here? This can also be an underhand deal from the enemy. Number 5. Politicians should never forget that he is a politician. And he is in politics. In fact, politicians should never forget about the politics. I think this case has been going on, and for some time, he's been trying to persecute it in the political space, saying that it's a political witch hunt by my enemies and all that. The reason, the way they have a way of staggering with such and just trying to maneuver their ways out. But then, I think they should never forget that you're a politician. So in anything you do, I was asking myself, if this is Mithika Linturi, he knew that these videos and these audios are here and these photos are here. And again, not even that. So a politician, you went to a place and you can move from that room to the other. Psychologically, there is that stature. There is a standard you must put for yourself. There is a standard you must set for yourself. 5-star. Sometimes I know friends who are politicians. They tell me, Kevin, I cannot even drive through town because mtu hata kiniona tu na side mirror kidogo, I may even forget I take my kio kidogo and people see. So, as a politician, you must make sure that you keep highest ethical standards because you're a politician and that is your career. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? You can add into this list because Leo, this channel is not about politics, so you have to tell politicians. What do you think? What can you add into that list? Thank you for listening. And to the family, I think, yeah, always think about family. You know, I was thinking about what does the family when they see this, and yeah.